Okay, quick review on exponents, because we actually do deal with exponents a lot in Algebra 2, but we don't spend a lot of time reviewing because it is a skill from Algebra 1. So with exponents, if I am multiplying, so these two things are multiplied, right? If they're right next to each other, even if I don't see a multiplication sign, that means I'm multiplying. When you multiply, if you have the same base, you keep the base and add the exponents. So this is keep the base, 3 plus 2 is 5. Now, the nice part about exponents is if you forget the rules, you can always expand and do it that way. X to the third is the same thing as x times x times x. X squared is the same thing as x times x, right? So if I'm not sure what the rule is, I can expand and then see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the exact same answer I got that way. Same thing with division. I need the same exponent. So I have the same exponent here, which is good, and I'm subtracting. So you're going to take whichever one's bigger, right? That's where your number is going to be, or that's where your variable is still going to be. So I have 4 and I have 5. 5 is bigger. That means I'm going to have my x on the bottom. And I'm going to subtract 5 minus 4, which gives me 1. Now you have to have something on the top, and so I would have 1. And you could also just write this as 1 over x. Again, you could expand. X to the 4 is x times x times x times x. X to the 5 is x times x times x times x times x. I have 4, I have 5, and then you cross out when you have same, same, right? So I've got same, 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 same. What do I have left after I've crossed out? Well, on the top I have nothing, but again, we don't leave it as nothing. We say, okay, that's 1. On the bottom I have x. Same thing I got by doing it this way, by subtracting. When I add, I have to have the same exponent. So this one, there's nothing I can do. That is x squared, that is x cubed. So even though they have the same base, which is x, because they have different exponents, these are not like terms. And so this would be my final answer. There's no simplifying. Now, if I had 2x squared plus 3x squared, now I have like terms. Same base, same exponent, now I can add them. And this is coefficient plus coefficient, which is 5, and then you just leave your variable with the exponent alone. So again, you can't combine them if they have different exponents. As long as they have the same base and the same exponent, then you can combine. And it's the same thing with actually multiplication here. Let's say up here I had x cubed times y squared. Well, I don't have the same base, so there's no simplifying. So this is as simple as it gets. Same thing here with division. If I have x to the 4th divided by y to the 5th, they're not the same. They don't have the same base. That's as simple as I get. So that is a quick review on exponents. The reason it's important is because I'm seeing some mistakes when we're multiplying exponents and when we're dividing exponents. For example, if you were doing something like this, 3x plus 1 times x minus 2, a binomial times a binomial. I'm seeing a lot of people using the box method, which is great. So let's say I have 3x and 1, I've got x minus 2. But 3x times x, I'm seeing a lot of people at this step right here put 3x. And it's not 3x. I have, this is x to the 1, this is x to the 1. So this is 3. Keep the base, add the exponent. So I have 1 plus 1 is x squared. So this is why I'm doing a quick review on this. Make sure that you can multiply and divide. And again, this is also, make sure you're not combining things that aren't like terms. So you should be able to multiply exponents if they're the same base, divide exponents with the same base. You can only add them if they have the same base and the same exponent.